And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands will be time spent with you. Hey everybody, welcome to Mondays with Marc. I'm Marc and this is Smokeysteveandmarc. Oh yes it is. Welcome back. It is so nice to see you, and I mean it this time. Well, I mean it every time, but I really mean it this time, because y'all, I have the blues. I really do. But you know what? It's the good kind of blues. I'm talking blueberries. Yes, and it's National Blueberry Month too. All right. So of course, we have a great blueberry recipe to share today. And even though we don't have blueberries growing in the garden, well, yet, anyway, we're gonna do a garden update. I know it's been a while, like over 2 weeks, right? And we have growth, yeah, oh, we do. And then, of course, we're gonna get caught up with some chit chat. And you know what, though? While we're outside, why don't we do that garden update? Come on. Don't it make my brown eyes blue? Oh yeah, all those blues song, the blues. Well, there she is. There is the garden. Okay, so since we last did a garden update, let's see, I think I had just started the fence. So the fence is all finished now. And then like, okay, so here and then over here, that will be moonflowers growing up there, but I can't put them in right now. I'll show you them a little bit later, okay? And then on the other two sides, like over there and over there, that will be morning glories. So the entire fence will be covered with something. And then on the outside here, we have our pots of our Indian painted corn. Nice, huh? They grew really nice. I can't wait for them to get like really tall, you know. But okay, so the fence, look, I finally did it. We have a door. And we can walk right in. Okay, so let's start with our cabbage. So they are still living, but they are being attacked by pests. Okay, so I took 2 of them out of the ground and put them in pots, and the problem is that every time I spray them with neem oil, it rains. Y'all, it's rained every single day for the last 3 weeks. It's just insane. So I'm hoping we have a little break here, and then those little pests will leave them alone. So fingers crossed. Okay, and there's our eggplant there. She's growing pretty nice. And then let's see. Now over here we had some troubles. This was our peas. They died, and they died because of all the rain. So I reseeded it about 4 days ago, and they haven't come up yet. So I'm still holding on to hope. And these are our morning glories there to grow up the fence. And then over here I have a 1 tomato plant in the corner. And then guess what? This is okra. I'm growing okra. All right, then on the other side here, these down here are hot peppers. I got those little plants on sale over the weekend, so I put them in, and hopefully they'll grow. Our beans, they're doing very nice. They're regular green beans. More morning glories. And then back here are cucumbers. Yay! And then in the kiddie pools, well, they're doing very well. So we have couple tomato plants back here. I don't know if you can see them, but there are tomatoes on them already. And our peppers, our sweet green peppers, they're huge. Still no, we have, oh yeah, we have some buds there, so we should have some peppers pretty soon. Then in the other kiddie pool, we have our celery. Yes. And our carrots. They're probably starting to form. Let's see if we can. Yep, they are. Look, they're starting to form. We're going to have carrots. And then over here, these are our scallions here. So I have a bunch of those, and they all took. So that'll be pretty good. So over here, yepers. Rain barrel. Got the rain barrel set up. So that'll be nice. And the compost bin. Yes. Oh, it's so nice to be doing this again, you know. And then down here, we have pumpkins. I think we still have enough time. I think we'll have some pumpkins this year. I do. So, so we shall see. We shall see. And see over here now, I started to uncover this this retaining wall here that runs up the length of the yard. And I'm going to kind of reset it there, and like over here I'll plant some flowers, maybe some marigolds there. And then I'm putting a little pathway that's going to go all the way up to the street up there. So we'll have a little pathway that'll come all the way down to our little secret garden. But boy, I tell you, the yard really did need a lot of work. It really did. The ground beneath the garden here is it's all clay and rocks, so it needed to be amended, you know. So to and really would be a lot more than I could do. I would have to get a rototiller to really get the ground, you know, workable, you know, and it would have to be amended with peat moss and stuff too. So what I have done is, before I plant something, even if I'm just putting seeds in, I'll dig a deep hole, you know, at least 5 or 6 times the size of what the plant's root ball would be like, you know. And then I amended the soil with peat moss and some topsoil, and then put it back in, and then planted them in the ground. So, but you know, this whole year is like an experiment. I've never done this before here, and it has its challenges. We're on a slope too, so all the water comes down here. So we'll see how it turns out. So far so good. But so, all right, let's head up front. We'll have a blue Christmas without you. Okay, enough with the blues songs. Okay. Alrighty dighty, there she is. I'm so happy with the way that this garden turned out. It really did turn out nice. Let's see, since we last saw this, what is new? Okay, starting over here, we have the amaranth, and these are Christmas poinsettia amaranth there. And this one here, that's that bleeding heart amaranth that we grew from seed. Over here we have the spider flowers and Steve's snapdragons. They're doing well. And our spiral herb garden. We have a little walkway now. And it's doing really well, but I'll tell you, I gotta leave it alone. I keep picking the herbs to cook with, and they won't grow. So I gotta leave them alone. So the new additions, let's see. Oh, we have some orange thyme. I cannot wait to try that. It's supposed to be extremely good on seafood. Over in the back there, ooh, it's a hosta. Again, this whole back area here really gets no sun at all. So so that hosta ought to do really well there. Look, my favorite. That's the straw flowers. They're blooming. Well, so there is the front rock garden, and I'll show you in a minute what it looks like at night. It's really beautiful. So let's go up on the porch. Oh, look. our peanut plant. Pretty cool, huh? He's doing really, really well.
Oh yeah, we're spying. We're spying. Oh yeah, we're creeping here. I guess this would be creeping. See him sitting in the chair there?
Oh my goodness. Alright, so on the porch here, we brought our table and chairs out. Looks really nice in front of the window, huh? And over here, all of our potted plants are doing really, really nice. Give you a little close up here. There we go. Aren't they? They just like all came back. Look at the mum, the last surviving mum that we planted all the way in that first apartment 4 years ago. I've been clipping them every year. You survived. So yeah, everything looks pretty cool. The hanging baskets, they're doing well. Look, corkscrew rush, he lives. And our spider plants that we grew just from those little offshoots, and look, he has an offshoot of his own. So that's just a little update of how the garden is doing, and I know some of you have been following along. So and I know some of you planted your garden and put your seeds in when I did. So why don't you go ahead and send in those pictures, and we'll share them next week. All right? Now these are the moonflowers here. We grew these from seed. We put them in about 3 weeks ago. Now, I'm not gonna put them out in the ground yet. Now he's ready to go, but this one here, really, I'm waiting for the second set of leaves to come on there before we put them in the ground, you know. Just afraid with all of the moisture out there, and the ground isn't really that great, you know. I just want to give them the best chance as possible. And these will grow and bloom all the way until the first frost too, so we have plenty of time. So yeah, can't wait to get those in. But you know what? Why don't I get cleaned up and go inside, and maybe we'll bake up something really good, all right? I'll see you inside, okay? Oh, you know, I mean, the garden turned out nice, didn't it? I'm really, really happy that that I put one in this year, you know, really. And like I said a little earlier, you know, this is like it's like trial and error this year, you know. I've never grown anything here before, well, obviously, and I had no idea what I was getting into, and the ground is definitely a challenge. It is, but you know, so far so good, and we'll see how the rest of the season does. And of course, I have, you know, all those grandiose plans, you know, to continue it. But I think that's what's good about it. You know, that chicken wire fence can be easily moved and made a little bit larger too as the garden grows. And I love the idea of a secret garden. So I'm going to keep that in mind when I'm adding new plants and stuff. So I don't know. Who knows how long we're going to be here? It could be a year. It could be 10 years. You never know. But I'm going to continue to grow stuff. And we'll be of course, we'll be doing updates all the time too, you know. So that was that. And, oh, and speaking of, like, you know, gardens and nature and weather and whatnot, I happen to have a positive moment for you. And this one's all from me too, by the way. And I tell you, I think I've told you the weather here has been atrocious. I tell you, when I say that it's rained every single day for 3 weeks, it has. It really has. And some days, like, nonstop all day long. And a lot of the days are very gray. Well, I was leaving work, and you know, it was a gray day all day long, and raining on and off. And right when I went to leave work, a torrential downpour. I mean, lightning, thunder. It started to get to me. You know, I mean, there's only so much it can take, right? Talk about having the blues. But you know what? It started to lighten up a little bit, and I saw the sun peeking out of the clouds. So I'm like, okay, got everything together, ran outside, and I looked up, and I saw the most beautiful rainbow I have seen in a long time. I know the video doesn't do it justice. I mean, but to be there in person, I was awestruck. I was, and I got that really good positive feeling. It was like a joy, you know. And well, I mean, rainbows are a sign of hope, right? I mean, what's the saying? There's a rainbow of hope at the end of every storm. And it just, well, it resonated with me, and it really lifted my day up, so I knew I had to share that, you know. There ain't nothing better than a rainbow, right? Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, so I still got the blues. The good kind of blues, okay? So, I think it's time. We'll go in the kitchen and whip something up with some blueberries. Now, we didn't see you yesterday for our regular live stream because we had tickets to the theater. We went to see Rent yesterday. Ooh, it was so nice to get out and do something. And Rent is one of my favorite musicals of all time. And Steven had never seen it live, so it was really, really nice to go, you know. But before we went, I whipped up a little sweet treat. Oh, we have a fantastic recipe for National Blueberry Month, and no, we're not gonna make blueberry muffins. Who wants plain ordinary blueberry muffins when we can make mini blueberry upside down cakes? Oh yes, these are so delicious, y'all, and really, really perfect because tonight we're going to see the musical Rent, and we'll have a nice little sweet treat for when we get home. So let's get started. Here are the ingredients. Over here in this bowl we have 2 cups of frozen blueberries along with the zest from 1 lemon and 2 tablespoons of white sugar. Down here we have 3 tablespoons of melted butter and 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Over here we have a 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, which has been softened, you know, to room temperature, and a 1/2 cup of white sugar. We also have 2 eggs. In this bowl here we have 2 teaspoons of vanilla along with the juice from that lemon that we zested, about 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. For our dry ingredients, we have 1 1/4 cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, and a pinch of salt, and finally a 1/2 cup of milk. Now we're gonna bake these in ramekins, and this recipe will do about 6 4-inch ramekins. Now my ramekins are, for whatever reason, 3.5 inches. I don't know. So I did get an extra one out there just in case, okay? Now the ramekins, you want to butter them up all nice and good for us to use later, all right? So our first step, we're going to take our melted butter and our brown sugar. We're going to mix that all together just like that. And then we're going to divide this amongst all of our ramekins. Okay, just like that. All right, our next step here, we have our blueberries there, and we're just gonna give them a little mix. This has that lemon zest and the sugar in there, and yes, you can absolutely use fresh blueberries too, okay? And then, oh yeah, we divide these amongst our ramekins. Okie dokie. Now, let's make the batter. Okay, so this is our butter and our sugar, and we're gonna cream that together. Alright, and now we're going to add our eggs one at a time, mixing after each addition. And then we add our vanilla and our lemon juice, and yep, mix it well. Okie. Now for our dry ingredients. All of our dry ingredients is here, and we're just gonna kind of whisk that together a little bit, just, you know, so it's nice and incorporated there. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and now we're going to add this right to our wet mixture here. You can do it all at once. You don't have to add it in increments or anything there. And then on low speed, we're just gonna mix it until it's combined. Ooh, nice. All right, and now we add our milk. Dun, dun, I know it looks weird, but it's not. It'll all come together. Okie dokie. All right, now we have our batter ready. And as you can guess, yes, we're going to divide this batter amongst the ramekins here. All right. There we go. And now we bake in a 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. Oh, the time has come. Let's get these babies out. Oh, I smell blueberries. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. They look good, don't they? Oh, my. Ooh, okay, so now we're just gonna let them sit and cool down for at least 5 minutes, okay? And then it's as easy as this. Just run a knife around the outside of the ramekin and turn them out onto a dessert plate and you're all set. Serve it with some whipped cream, maybe some ice cream too. Ooh, who knows, right? Oh my goodness, well it's almost curtain time, so I guess I better get a move on, huh? We're off to see Rent! And we're back! Y'all, Rent was so wonderful. Oh my gosh, it was so nice to see that. And we double dated with Steven's parents, which made it even nicer. It was so cool. Rent is probably, it's one of my top 5 favorite musicals of all time. I mean, really it was. And it was put on by the Scranton Shakespeare Festival. They're the ones that produced it and put it on. And it was a really cool small little like black box theater right in the mall at Steamtown. It was really nice. And we just happen to have a sweet treat to come home to. Ooh! All we gotta do is plate these up. Now, like a pineapple upside down cake, normally you would let it cool for maybe 5-10 minutes and then turn it over. You know, you want it still to be hot so that it drops out nice and even. Now these are all completely cooled off because we went to the theater. So we're gonna run a knife around the outside of it. I think I may have told you that. I think we're gonna be okay. But a little trick, if it doesn't work, all you have to do is kind of set it in a pan of really hot water for just about a minute or so to heat it up. But I have a good feeling. Let's see. We're gonna turn it out on our pretty summer plates here. Give it a tap, 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 tap. Let's see. Are you coming out? Are you coming out? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. It came out! Oh! Oh, nice. Oh, this looks good, doesn't it? Oh, I can't wait to dig in. And like I said, serve it with some ice cream, maybe some whipped cream. But I think it speaks for itself. I know. How about we'll just garnish it with a little sprig of mint here from the garden. Oh, and check this out. And there you have it, our mini blueberry upside down cakes. These turned out so good. They really did. And you know what? I know it seemed like there were a few steps there, but really easy to make too. Really easy. They're so delicious. I had 2 last night. I had 2. And then I took 3 into work this morning. They're all gone. They loved it. So that was really good. So what a great recipe for National Blueberry Month, huh? Oh, you gotta try it. It's definitely a must try. Definitely. Trust me on this one. And yeah, you can use frozen or fresh blueberries. And if you don't have the little ramekins, don't worry. You could use a jumbo muffin tin, or you can do it right in, like a square pan too, like you would make a coffee cake or a pineapple upside down in a round one. You could do this. You know what? I had such a nice time. Oh, I hope you did too, of course. Gosh, we got to see the garden. We got caught up. Do you have any nice plans for this week? We're in the middle of summer. I hope you have some plans. Gosh, I hope we can go on vacation this year. We've been talking about it, and I do have some vacation time coming. So, Steven wants to go to the beach. So, hopefully we can do that. Maybe we'll even wait until like September, like off season. It's a little less expensive, a little less crowded. Might be an idea there. My birthday's coming up too. We could do it around my birthday. Okay, now I'm really thinking. Anyway, all right. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for spending time with me this evening. I really had a nice time tonight, and I hope you did too. Definitely hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we have a new video coming out. All of our contact information is right down below. That would be our post office box and our email address. And check us out over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you again, everybody. Now, you have a fantastic week. Always stay positive, and I'll see you next time, all right? Ciao, everybody. She wore blue velvet. Wah, wah, wah.